this evening, sponsored by Courts, bringing value home. No discussions on Guyana accepting undocumented migrants being deported from the United States. President Ali. President slams Transparency International over quote-unquote dishonest corruption report. Report cites weak enforcement of anti-corruption laws. Cameras in polling stations lack political sense. Opposition will not support such a decision. Norton denies advising now displaced Mocha Arcadia residents against engaging government after court ruling. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Aletha Grant with the Friday 14th February 2025 edition of the HGP Nightly News. And happy Valentine's to all of you. This is what we will tell you this evening. President Irfan Ali says only flights and movements of persons were discussed after reports surfaced that President Donald Trump's administration had named Guyana as a possible destination for undocumented migrants amid the U.S. massive deportation plan. Showen Belgraves reports.
Asked if Guyana has agreed to accepting deportees from the United States in U.S. President Donald Trump's sweeping deportation of undocumented immigrants to countries, including Guyana, President Ali said that nothing specific to this issue were discussed.
What we're discussing is our partnership with the U.S. And as the U.S. unfolds its programs and plans, wherever Guyana can give support, we have expressed our support, but nothing but prison having.
President Ali was also questioned on a matter by journalist Gordon Mosley after a CBS News report surfaced that Guyana was considered to be one of the countries accepting African and Asian deportees from the U.S. At first, Ali said he cannot comment because he has not seen the report. Nevertheless, the journalist pressed further, asking again if Guyana will be imprisoning them.
We would not have anyone here in prison. Where did you get that from?
CBS News is reporting.
Ali then said he had discussions with U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio.
There are some specific issues that I will not go into details here in terms of the movement, which includes flight and movement of people. But there is nothing specific. There is nothing specific.
The president added that indeed there was some discussion with Rubio on the movement of migrants, but will not divulge any further details. So far, Panama, Guatemala, and El Salvador have reportedly agreed to accepting deportees, with one other country promising to jail those who are criminals. This is Shervin Belgrave reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Days after Transparency International released its latest report, scoring Guyana at 39 out of 100 countries on the Corruption Perception Index CPI, President Irfan Ali strongly criticized the report, calling it dishonest and misleading. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
On Thursday, President Irfan Ali dismissed the recent report released by Corruption Perception Index, CPI, which placed Guyana at 39 out of 100 countries, stating that it failed to reflect the reality of his administration's efforts to tackle corruption. President Ali accused Transparency International of relying on perception rather than facts, arguing that the report was biased against his government. The visibly upset president argued that the organization did not base its findings on factual data, but instead relied on subjective perceptions, resulting in what he called a highly flawed and tainted report.
Imagine the level of dishonesty with Transparency International here and wherever they send their perception.
Ali also referenced the 2020 post-election crisis.
Imagine in 2020, when you had a government that was illegally occupying office, when you had a government that disregarded a no-confidence motion and ruling of the court, government that spent more than $600 billion without parliamentary oversight.
In dismissing the Transparency International's report, the president highlighted his administration's progress in persecuting corruption cases. He argued that more public officials and government workers have faced disciplinary actions under his leadership than ever before, yet the country was given a lower score.
What is this? What nonsense is this? What mischief and misinformation is this? None of this matters? None of this matters?
Ali also noted the inconsistency in Transparency International's ranking, stating that Guyana received a higher score in 2020, despite widespread allegations of corruption, misappropriation of funds, and alleged electoral fraud under the previous administration. In 2020, Guyana scored 40 and ranked 85 out of 180 countries on the Corruption Perceptions Index. The report also stated that while Guyana has established anti-corruption laws and institutions, enforcement remains weak, and attacks on dissenting voices, activists, and journalists are becoming more frequent. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
The political opposition says implementing cameras in the respective polling stations for the 2025 general and regional elections lack political sense. The larger party in the parliamentary coalition said it is not prepared to accept such a decision. More details from Daisy Richards.
On Friday, during the Leader of the Opposition's weekly press conference, Aubrey Norton says his party will not accept cameras in polling stations, a move that was suggested by Guyana Elections Commission GCOM's Chief Election Officer, Vishnu Prasad.
With a government that intimidates and instills fear in Guyanese, if you put cameras in the polling station, here what they will do. They will go around and say, we don't know how you can vote. And if you don't vote for me, we can deal with you.
Norton highlighted that the idea is meritless.
This idea of putting cameras in a polling station lacks political sense.
The opposition leader took the opportunity to recount what allegedly transpired during the 2020 elections.
Told people to walk with the phone and take out where they place the X so that they could know.
Norton explained that his party will intensify efforts to ensure the results from the 2025 general and regional elections reflect the will of the people.
Our interest is in free, fair, and credible election, and we must have biometrics.
Several political parties have joined forces and have called on GCOM to implement biometrics for the upcoming elections, but the elections body said implementing biometrics at this time is not practical given the limited time remaining in the lead up to the elections. In the meantime, the elections body is yet to officially announce the date when Guyanese will go to the polls. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
We have more news for you after this break. Stay with us.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystallized and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort, explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc. powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
With 70% ethyl alcohol, Mighty Foam Hand Sanitizer eliminates 99.99% of all germs and even moisturizes in the process, leaving your skin clean and hydrated. Mighty Foam Hand Sanitizer. How do you stay clean?
Thanks for staying with us. You're watching the HGP Nightly News. Leader of the opposition, Aubrey Norton, has put to rest rumors that he has advised the now displaced Mocha Arcadia residents not to engage the government. Daisy Richards has that report.
A week ago, a group of Mocha Arcadia residents lost the court battle against the government over lands they occupied, and President Irfan Ali recently announced that he will soon engage the group. Leader of the opposition, Aubrey Norton, shared his position on the matter with the media on Friday.
I never did advise them against taking government help. So if you say, if I would advise them now, look, Irfan Ali knows that his political party is in trouble.
The opposition leader is confident that the People's Progressive Party civic government will be defeated at the upcoming election and believes engaging the Mocha Arcadia residents at this time is geared at gaining political mileage.
He thinks he has to develop some favor with the African community. And so what he is doing is trying to do damage control and repair the damage they did.
Norton is also accusing the PPPC government of neglecting the welfare of residents, especially during this period.
He has no interest whatsoever in the people of Mocha. It's the normal political ploy. And once they're in government again, which we know wouldn't happen, they will go back to their old ways.
Last Friday, Acting Chief Justice Roxanne George ruled against 6 Mocha Arcadia residents whose homes were bulldozed by the state in 2023. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Former Assistant Commissioner of Police Calvin Brutus on Thursday withdrew the $100 million lawsuit he filed against the Police Service Commission sanctioned tribunal, which was established to investigate misconduct on his part in public office. Tiana Cole reports.
Former Assistant Commissioner of Police Calvin Brutus, who was dismissed from the Guyana Police Force last week, has withdrawn his lawsuit against the tribunal. Details of the withdrawal were released by the Attorney General's chambers on Thursday. In a notice of withdrawal, Brutus, through his attorneys, stated, quote-unquote, "Take notice that the above-mentioned matter filed herein on the 27th of January 2025 is hereby withdrawn and discontinued." The notice was copied to the Attorney General's chambers, the Police Service Commission, PSC, and the tribunal set up by the PSC. Brutus's decision to discontinue the case comes just days after he was dismissed from the Guyana Police Force. Brutus was dismissed on February 5, 2025, after he approached the High Court in an attempt to squash all summons issued by the tribunal. Between October 2024 and January 2025, Brutus filed 4 lawsuits, 2 of which he has since withdrawn. In October 2024, he discontinued a constitutional case against various arms of the state, in which he alleged victimization related to an ongoing investigation into his alleged involvement in financial crimes. The following month, he filed another lawsuit against senior police officers in public office, seeking $400 million in damages. In January 2025, Brutus filed a 3rd lawsuit alleging racial discrimination, following by the now withdrawn lawsuit against the tribunal on January 27, 2025. The embattled former cop is currently facing 261 fraud charges. Just last week, the Police Service Commission determined that he was found guilty of disciplinary breaches and discreditable conduct, leading to his dismissal from the Guyana Police Force. In a letter dated February 5, 2025, addressed to Brutus at his police officer's mess compound residence, the PSC formally notified him of his termination, which took immediate effect. The commission cited quote-unquote offenses against discipline, breaches of discipline, and discreditable conduct committed during his tenure as Deputy Commissioner of Police, Acting Administration between August 2020 and July 2024. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
This week, as we continue to highlight young Black entrepreneurs during Black History Month, we feature a passionate and talented designer who is making waves in the fashion industry. Triana Adana Barrow, a 24-year-old from Agricola on the east bank of Demerara, is the proud owner of Fitted by Ada. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
From a very young age, Triana had a love for fashion. She would spend hours sketching dresses in her notebook, eagerly anticipating the moment her mother and grandmother would buy new clothes so she could try them on. Her journey from a little girl with a dream to a booming entrepreneur is nothing short of inspiring. Triana's journey into the world of fashion was not without its challenges. As a self-taught designer, she initially struggled with mastering measurements. However, with the guidance of Rolex Scott, a tailor who played a crucial role in her development, she was able to hone her skills. Triana first started designing at the age of 18, but took a break as she wasn't sure if fashion was the right career path for her. However, after some time, she realized that designing wasn't just something she liked. It was something she truly loved.
In 2022 is when I decided that I'll do this in full because it's something that I actually love. And I don't just love it, I am in love with it. So I decided to stick with this only and let it become my career.
As a versatile designer, Triana enjoys experimenting with different styles. She loves pushing creative boundaries and refuses to limit herself to one particular aesthetic. However, her favorite designs are made from denim, as it allows her to truly express her creativity.
I try to do every little thing so that it can be different. I don't try to stick to one thing.
She shared that the most rewarding part of her job is seeing the joy on her customers' faces when they fall in love with her outfits. For her, fashion is not just about creating clothes. It's about making people feel confident and beautiful. Despite her success, Triana has faced many challenges as a young designer, with persons attempting to take advantage of her due to her age, but she has learned to stand her ground.
From the moment I see that you start giving me an attitude or start being difficult, I would not continue the conversation.
For those dreaming of a career in fashion, Triana has a simple yet powerful message. Go for it. She encourages young designers to never let anyone discourage them from pursuing their passion. She also highlights the importance of using available resources and being open to learning from others.
Use YouTube as a guide, and if somebody is willing to help you the way Rolex was willing to help me for free, snatch it, run with it, because nobody can give you the talent just like that for free. For me personally, I would help anybody for free because I got it for free. So I don't mind.
Triana has big dreams for the future. She hopes to one day design for the First Lady of Guyana and international celebrities such as Tiana Taylor, Kiki Palmer, and Jada Kingdom. With her talent, determination, and passion, there is no doubt that she is on the path to greatness. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
We have more news for you. Stay tuned.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Introducing Cool Kids 1 liter juice. Now with even more fun in every box. Choose from delicious apple grape, kiwi strawberry, or orange. Perfect for morning and afternoon time, the weekends, or any time at home. Packed with vitamins A, C, and E, it keeps you strong, healthy, and ready for fun. Cool Kids 1 liter. A huge juice for more fun and more saving. More saving.
the HGP Nightly News. On Friday, the National Cultural Center was a hive of activity when the Ministry of Education hosted its dance and hip-hop competitions. Several primary and secondary school students from across Guyana had the opportunity to put their creativity and talent on display. Antonio Day was there and filed this report.
With your entry, Fusion of One Guyana, Mabaruma Primary stunned the audience in the 8 to 10 children's Mashramani group dance category. The entries of Hope Estate, Fifth of Force, and Tapakuma Primary on the Legends and Transitions category. The Lokono Bird people of Tapakuma, Stand Tall and Indian Wedding also captivated the audience. Additionally, the crowd found Belladrum, Port Morant, St. John the Baptist, Chenapeau, Emil's Ward, St. Ignatius, and Westfield Prep appealing with their entries Hope Through the Fight, Praise in Action, From Shadow to Light, Self-Help, Redeemed Dancers, and Fusion of Guyanese Rhythm. On Thursday, the Ministry of Education held its dramatic poetry and calypso competitions. I am Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Meanwhile, the Georgetown, Linden Bus Park, Main Street, Kingston Seawall, and Classic Hotel in Region 6 will be buzzing with creativity and vibes as several finalists from the soca, dancehall, calypso, and chutney mashramani competitions vie for top honors. Here again is Antonio Day.
OKC is determined to defend his title at the calypso competition this year, which is scheduled for February 20. Fidel Hines, the 2024 Junior Calypso and Soca Monarch, and Clark will participate in the eagerly awaited Senior Soca competition, which will take place at the Georgetown Linden Bus Park on Saturday, February 15. Additionally, on Sunday, February 16, he will compete in the Chutney Soca competition. Lively and enthusiastic, the two creatives, who are close friends and do not see themselves as competitors, talked about how prepared they are for the competitions in an interview with Nightly News.
Everything has been going quite fine, preparations, everything has been going to how I expect it to be. So there is no challenge for me, really. It's normal because it's now my first time going up against OKC.
Correct.
It's not the first time. Well, I have taken his crown before. It wouldn't be a surprise to me doing it again. So.
Having entered the music industry at such a young age, Hines stated that her primary goal.
It's not the first time. Well, I have taken his crown before. It wouldn't be a surprise to me doing it again. So.
Having entered the music industry at such a young age, Hines stated that her primary goal is to give it her all this weekend. For the soca and calypso competitions, she explained the meaning of her songs "Take Me Home" and I do not care.
So for my soca, it's basically talking about partying every time when it's mash carnival. It's basically about vibes partying. And for my calypso this year, it's going to be pertaining to me migrating to another country, and it's struggle, it's hard, and I want to come back home. Guyana is rising, Guyana is having everything.
Guyanese calypsonian Roger Hines, also known as the Young Bill Rogers, OKC, who's renowned for his versatility, stated that he's prepared for this weekend. The songs Bashment Overload, Sugarcane, and Ween This Together were written by Clark, who's well versed in the music industry for the soca, chutney, and calypso competitions.
Bashment Overload is basically talks about the general feeling in each and every one of us whenever it's a party time. For chutney, my song is entitled Sugarcane. We already know in Guyana we are land of the bauxite, the rice and sugar.
OKC expressed to Nightly News that his rendition for the calypso competition, We in This Together, speaks to the importance of unity and cohesiveness. He emphasized the significance of citizens distancing themselves from the limitations of racism and division, given that Guyana is presently in its election year. According to Clark, he wrote the song with intention and hopes that it will make a clear statement to everyone.
And I would really love for us to just cut that out, because at the end of the day, we in this together, and we need to remember over the past 4 years we were together all the time. We can still be together now. Right. I would just like to stop that trend, and that's what this song is all about.
I'm Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Stay tuned for regional news.
It's Digicell's 18th anniversary, and we're going big with our blowout sale. Get up to 40% off Samsung smartphones. Yes, you heard that right. 40% off Samsung smartphones. Grab the Samsung A05 for just $17,000. The A15 for only $27,000. And the A25 at a charge dropping $35,000. But wait, there's more. With every purchase, enjoy a 30-day free data plan to stay connected. Hurry to a Digicel store near you. Offer good while stocks last. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
These nice products I spoke with proper things. Please, you get the best and this. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, put this in the cause of I love you, and you, I love all of you.
Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
And you.
It's a new day with Illinois. A unique blend of natural oils to help ease and soothe the day-to-day discomforts of life. Get relief from muscle and joint pain, headaches, and congestion. Illinois lets you get back to the things you love doing most. Water relief with Illinois. Distributed by Massey Distribution.
Interested in honoring or paying tribute to a loved one, or just making a loved one feel special? HGP TV offers you all that and more. Air your birthday greetings, death announcements, and wedding anniversaries on HGP TV today. HGP TV offers affordable prices, convenience, and great services. Call us on 220-3660 or email us at sales@hgptv.com.
Good evening, I'm Daisy Richards with Friday's edition of the regional news. The young vegan news from St. Lucia sparking outrage and despair over the loss. Reports are that Alana Bernard, 28, was near her home in Corinth when a vehicle pulled up next to her. A gunman exited the vehicle and fatally shot her in what appeared to be a targeted attack. The disturbing killing has prompted responses from both opposition leader Alan Chastanet and Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre. According to the police, on Tuesday, February 11, 2025, at about 4:57 p.m., the Gross Islet Police Station received a report of a shooting at Corinth, located in Gross Islet. At the scene, investigators discovered one female lying motionless with apparent injuries. Personnel from the St. Lucia Fire Service attended to the victim and conveyed her to the Owen King European Union Hospital. The victim succumbed to her injuries and was pronounced dead by a medical practitioner. In Dominica, the remaining two bodies have been recovered from the wreckage of a Cessna 172 aircraft that tragically crashed in the mountains of La Plaine, Dominica, late last month, as reported by RCI Martinique. Recovering all four bodies posed significant challenges due to difficult terrain surrounding the crash site. Two bodies were retrieved in early February, while the other two remain trapped in the wreckage. On Wednesday, February 12th, the French High Mountain Platoon successfully intervened to recover the final two bodies. Following the recovery, the bodies were handed over to local authorities for medical legal processing before being returned to their families, according to RCI Martinique. The Cessna had crashed at an altitude of 750 meters on a rocky ridge, with the wreckage precariously hanging vertically, supported only by vegetation and at risk of falling at any moment. The tragic accident occurred on January 26 when the small plane departed from the Douglas Charles Airport en route to Martinique. Communication was lost shortly after takeoff, and search and rescue teams located the wreckage the following day atop a mountain in the plain on the island's southeast coast. In the wake of the crash, French authorities have launched a judicial investigation into involuntary manslaughter against Dominica. Finally, the United States deported 119 people of different nationalities to Panama as part of an agreement between the administration of U.S. President Donald Trump and the Central American nation Panama's President Jose Raul Mulino said on Thursday. The first flight from the U.S. carrying people from Afghanistan, China, India, Iran, Nepal, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Turkey, Uzbekistan, and Vietnam arrived on Wednesday, and the two more will land soon, Mulino said at the press conference. And the two more will the U.S. will send 360 people on the three. In total, the U.S. will send 360 people on the three flights. Before being returned to their respective countries, the deportees will be transferred to a shelter near the Darien, the jungle separating Central America from South America, which countless migrants traverse in a bid to reach the U.S. Earlier this month, after talks with U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Mulino stressed that sovereignty over the Panama Canal is not up for debate. However, he outlined the possibility of repatriating more migrants. Mulino at the meeting also announced that the Memorandum of Understanding signed in July with the U.S. Department of Homeland Security could be expanded so Venezuelans, Colombians, and Ecuadorians can be returned from the perilous Darien Gap at U.S. cost through an airstrip in Panama. Panama Deputy Minister for Security Luis Icata said that thanks to bilateral collaboration between Panama and the U.S., the flow of migrants crossing the Darien was reduced by 90% in January compared with the same month in a year earlier. Thank you for watching. Do have a great weekend. Until next time.
No discussions on Guyana accepting undocumented migrants being deported from the United States. President Ali. President slams Transparency International over quote-unquote dishonest corruption report. Report cites weak enforcement of anti-corruption laws. Cameras in polling stations lack political sense. Opposition will not support such a decision. Norton. And Norton denies advising now displaced Mocha Arcade residents against engaging government after court ruling. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Alethea Grant. Thanks for watching.